Hi guys, today we're gonna listen to some Beyonce. Why are we listening to Beyonce? We're listening to Beyonce because bitch don't know how to take a break. She don't know how to take a break or have no kind of babies. So we're gonna listen to Beyonce. My theory, not my theory, the reason I think me and my girls and some of my boys appreciate Beyonce is because she is the definition of hard work. You may not necessarily like her music or her style. The whispers at the moment is that her new album is gonna be groundbreaking. I don't want to co-sign on that because nothing she does is groundbreaking, but she's able to do it with such an unhuman, insane, intelligent work ethic that we are fooled into thinking this is groundbreaking. It's not groundbreaking. Her work ethic is groundbreaking, and because we are now in the season of working hard, diligently seeking great rewards, let's use Beyonce as our thing. Nowhere near God, but our thing. What do I want to talk about? When did I last talk to you? I have now become subject to this stuff. Imodium, imagine. I can't believe that, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do because I was just going to the toilet way too much for my liking, so that has now bound me up. One piece of drama. I want to talk quickly about the park run in Brockwell Park myth. If you're a beginner, don't go there. It's disgustingly competitive. You know what? This is my blog. I'll say what I want to say. Everyone there is white and they act supremely racist. And I don't have time to be cutting up no one in their face with a box cutter, so I just won't return there anymore. That's just what I'm saying. You know what time it is with that. So me and the girls done a leisurely thing and it was cool by ourselves. I seriously want to talk about if you're embarking on a running journey or any other kind of journey, how important it is to mix up your exercises. Them not taught me to swim. Oh my god, yes, Candice, your life is a myth. I'm a Pisces who hates water. I've never understood the concept of like getting wet unless you're having a bath. I've never understood that. So them guys taught me to swim in the cutest bikini that matched my nails. It just so happened one of the lifeguard trainer guys, I went to school with him, so it's already helpful. Soon I'm going to be like the Michael Phelps of the swimming world, because you know me, once I start something I just get terribly addicted. But it's really important that you find other outlets because your body will soon become way too used to the muscles you're continuously using. The way my body did hurt me 1-2 times in every section after this learning to swim and then swimming lengths of the pool was just like jaw-dropping. It was a new kind of pain to running, just as cycling's a different kind of pain because you're using different muscles. So it's really important for you to try and mix it up a bit. I would advise that if you want to become a really good, strong, long distance runner, I cannot champion anything more than yoga, especially Bikram yoga that allows you to channel your inner self. So corny, I know, but so true. And then find a way that deep breathing works for you, and then builds up your endurance with how much you can handle, because I don't think people understand to stay in such a hot room in some of these ridiculous poses for so long, that takes endurance, and then it also calms you down. And I've spoken to and followed a lot of long distance runners who say that yoga is the best thing, especially for the joints and stuff. I mean, you know, it's common knowledge. I feel like I'm rambling today, and I am. I like my eyes today though. I am rambling. What else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about where I am in my journey as per usual. I don't fucking know where I am anymore. This has become one big myth. Some days I'm really happy and down for it, and the past couple of days I've just been like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to partake in this foolishness. And it's not foolishness, but some days we just get bogged down with other things going on in the world, and the journey we have set out to go on and then reach the end seems terribly exhausting. And I just feel maybe I worked too hard on Saturday and I just felt exhausted. This was an exhausting weekend, and the weekend coming is gonna be an exhausting weekend. And I think, you know, it's about trying to maintain a good attitude and work ethic, and surrounding yourself with people that then believe in the same thing. I think without my friends at the moment, oh my god, this journey would be a myth, because they are there to pick me up. You know, 3 chords are stronger than 1. So it's making a lot of sense. You have to build a very good surround system. Surround system? What the hell? Support system. You have to build a good support system. It's very important. What else do I want to talk about? Diet. Oh god, diet. Between the shits and the stomach bug and everything else that my body seems to be wanting to battle in these early 20 years of mine, I am like, oh, I'm really steadily trying to work out what works and what doesn't. Let's just be honest in saying that by default, black people are lactose intolerant. It doesn't matter what you want to think or say about that. And if you check history, we are lactose intolerant because where we originally come from, we weren't really drinking no milk and cheese and ting. That wasn't our MO. So even though we have now progressed how many thousands, hundreds of years, our immune system is still not capable to take on the such things. And I love ice cream and I love cheese. I despise milk, which is why I'm so little, but I hate milk. But ice cream and a cheese board, if you put a cheese board in front of me, oh my gosh, the most disgusting things happen. So yeah, diet is really like, I'm slowly trying to work out what's good and what's not. I'm never going to give up certain foods. It's not going to happen. Sorry, no. I'm going to be crossing that finish line eating 1 sweet and sour Chinese because I would have deserved it. I'm not going to give up certain foods. I'm not going to get to a point where I let this take over my life. I want this to be a section of my life, not my life. No. I think when you start to do something that cuts off everyone else, maybe you should think about what you're doing and make sure that then if you choose that, you're only doing that for a certain amount of time, because then you're taking whatever you're doing way too seriously, and there's more to life than anything else. Does that make sense? There's more to life than money, but then there's more to life than being a hippie, but then there's more to... You have to try and, you know, break even with everything, especially in the realms of exercise, because you don't want to end up killing yourself or actually becoming destructive, and you don't even realize what you're doing, but you're becoming destructive. What else do I want to talk about? Off the topic of, it's still in correlation with like my journey, I want to talk about my personal growth and the way my personality is changing. I've never been one to like waste time with anything that I think is absolute bollocks, but now I'm really like, I don't have no piece of any time for no stupidness. I am no longer trying to appease people. I am no longer trying to water down my statements. If I don't like it, I don't like it, and if I don't like you, I don't like you. And I think that's a really cool thing that's come from this journey. Being able to face myself and be honest with myself is now making me be honest with other people, and that's amazing. I think what's really cool with running is when you're physically clocking up miles, your mind is clocking up some next level of thinking. Open space, clear head, like I can see a situation for what it is and not what I want it to be. Do I need to repeat that? I can see a situation for what it is, not what I want it to be or what I used to try and make it. It's like, oh, a spade is a spade. A spade is not a clock. So, you know, and instead of putting hands on this spade and ticking behind it loudly, trying to make out that it's a clock, no, it's actually a spade. That situation with that family member is going to be like that. I'm really shit at that. I really like that person. Certain things are starting to become so clear, and that is a really good thing, I think. And another reason why I would say, yeah, let's do this running thing. I need to talk about the fact that, boy, I'm running this race and I am, let me not even admit that, but I need to start getting this sponsorship thing on a roll. So when you start seeing me prostituting myself out on Twitter, you lot best throw £1 my way, because I'm leaving it really, really late. But you know, anyone who knows me knows that's my MO. Like, I'd say I'm engaged today and be getting married tomorrow and expect the whole world to meet me halfway. So I also want to shout out a really, really lovely lady who I've never met, but Tumblr and the internet is really amazing, called Sass. If you scroll down, if you look around on my Tumblr, she's liked a couple things and reblogged a couple things, and she's on her own running journey and she needs sponsorship. So if you could sponsor her, that would be great. And then follow her Tumblr, because it's really good. What else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about people were, I've been having separate conversations with people about this blog, and I don't define myself as a blogger. This is really nuts. I'm not like painstakingly laying awake at night thinking how many people have looked at this. That's not my interest. My interest was to make you come on a journey with me. So please don't attach the word blogger to me. Oh, no. I start to get very frightened then. That's not, I'm a girl that sits in her room telling you about how many miles she's done and how fucking pissed off she is. It's totally different from being a blogger, I think. This just happens to be a Tumblr, which isn't really, I don't call it a blog, it's just an outlet. So I'm not a blogger. Can we get that straight? That has never been, nor will it ever be, something that makes me want to, like, you know, dirty wine for no one. It's not exciting to me. So, because the conversation with one person led to the place of, so, don't you want to get more followers? I'm like, no, not really. This is not a cult, dude. This is not no new religion. I don't want followers that don't care about the journey. If you don't understand this, or you're not being inspired by this, you ain't got no right looking at this, because it's all about being inspired and watching videos about me being really, really pissed off sometimes and then really happy. And if you don't understand that, or you're not willing to support that, then I think this isn't the place for you. I could be a bitch and name a ton of places where you could go and follow people just for the sake of being a follower, but why follow when you can lead, babes? It's really never that serious. So anyway, all the single ladies, I think that's it. Such a short video, but I felt like I had to reconnect with you lot. I might make T do a video, because I know she's at a very similar but also very different stage in her journey. Everything's very misty for us right now and very mythical. The advantages and disadvantages of doing this with someone who you know pretty well is quite funny and quite revealing all at the same time, because it's like you can literally show up to the park and be like, I don't want to fucking do this today. And that can be really bad, I think, because we want to try and be positive influences on one another. So in saying that, that's why let's bring it full circle and say that's why I played Beyonce today. Because as ungroundbreaking as she is, and as unoriginal as she can be, Rich knows what good work ethic can do. Good work ethic can fool people. Good work ethic can fool yourself. It can fool your body into believing it's Usain Bolt's body, and it is not. That is where good work ethic gets us. Gets us. And I'm steadily progressing to that. I am now getting up at 6 AM every day, even when it's a rest day, just to prove that I'm not lazy bones. That's how serious you have to be with this. So she's saying hello, and I'm going to say goodbye, because that's all I have to say today. But stay tuned. I'm sorry this isn't like a party freak out happy video, but you know, we said